Hello, everybody. This is Mr. D. I wrote down some notes to keep up with my thoughts. After a long day, I decided to write down my thoughts and share them. So here we go. Leadership is always forming you, whether you realize it or not. Most conversations about leadership focus on what leaders do. They might talk about strategies, skills, results, outcomes. But there's a quieter conversation that we don't have enough. Leadership doesn't just inform you, leadership forms you. So leadership is very formative. It helps to make not what you do, but also who you become and who you are. It shapes how you see yourself, how you respond under pressure, how you carry responsibility. So it shapes you, it makes you. And most leaders never stop to ask, what leadership is actually doing to them. We focus so much on what we use leadership to do to others, but we forget like being in a role and allowing leadership to become you. It forms you, it shapes you, it changes you, it transforms. So another note I have here is formation is always happening. The truth I've been sitting with is that leadership is always formative, whether you're intentional or on purpose or not, whether you're aware of it or not. It forms you. Pressure forms you. Expectations form you. Being relied on forms you. And even silence forms you. These are notes that I had wrote down because I think that it's really important to really cover when it comes to leadership. So the question isn't if leadership is shaping you. The real question is, who are you becoming while you lead? Not all formation is healthy, because sometimes formation, when it forms and it forms badly, it becomes a deformation, right? And so that's important. Not all formation is healthy. Some leadership environments don't form us. They deform us. They take us out of character. They shape us in ways that we are not naturally. Put us in places where we're like, whoa, wait a minute, that doesn't even look like me. I feel so unrecognizable because of the type of leadership that I either exude or that I'm underneath. Leadership hardens us. It can disconnect us. It can normalize exhaustion. Over time, leaders start carrying more, but feeling less. We start to get numb. Now, the cool thing about this is it doesn't mean that you're weak. It just means that you've been shaped by constant demand and responsibilities, constant without enough care. When leaders don't reflect, formation happens by default. And default formation often costs us our humanity, like being human, being us. That's really important. You have to feel like you are being you authentically. Another note I wrote was formation versus conformity. There's another distinction that a lot of us leaders rarely make, that there is a difference between being formed and being conformed. Formation helps you grow into who you were called to be, but conformity slowly turns you into what the system rewards, what the system wants you to be, what they hope, what they see in you, they need to be so that you become less impactful or so that you don't rock the boat, right? Uniform leadership is easier to manage, but it's not always healthier. It's not always what we're built to be. Some leaders don't burn out because leadership is too hard. Some burn out because they've stopped recognizing themselves. When you become recognizable, you burn out because you're like, whoa, I'm being this other person that I wasn't never meant to be. Have you ever looked up and thought to yourself, I'm leading well, but I don't feel like myself anymore? That's where you gotta stop and be aware and turn back. Another reflection that I've written down was leadership reveals before it refines. Leadership doesn't start by fixing you. It starts by revealing you, showing you who you are. That's important because it all starts with awareness. There are certain things that get revealed as you're stepping into leadership for whatever role. What gets named is your triggers, your fears, and your patterns under pressure. The parts of you that show up when you're tired, stretched, or alone. And that's okay, because this revelation isn't failure, it's just data, it's just information. Failure is never failure. Failure, that's all the failure really is lessons to learn from. It's just data. Whole person leadership doesn't avoid what gets revealed. It pays attention. Another note I have is, right now, I'm not offering a whole system or a checklist. I'm offering an invitation. This invitation is to notice what leadership is shaping in you, to ask better questions than, am I effective? Questions like, am I becoming someone I respect? Is this the leadership making me more human or less? Leadership will always form you. The work is in deciding whether that formation happens accidentally or intentionally. Whole person leadership or leading with the whole person begins when we stop asking only what leadership requires of us, and then we start asking who it is shaping us to become. Few moments of reflection that I've taken, and these are the notes that I put together. This video isn't so much about doing leadership better, it's more about noticing what leadership is doing to us. And I'd love to know what part of this resonated with you. Talk to you soon.